Hi guys. It's things have been so crazy. Um, I went through like this huge upgrade spiritually and gained a lot of ascension this past week. So it was really hard because it completely like changes your outlook on many factors in your life. And when you're kind of sorting through all of that and processing the emotions and trying to balance out the new energies, it's really time consuming. It's really time consuming. And I knew it was coming. If you watched the last couple of readings, I could feel it. And I'm part of my collective too, you guys, so I know that you guys are going through a lot too. And really it was just time to focus a lot of energy back into ourselves so that we can come out stronger and shine brighter in order to lead the ways for others during this dark time where there's a lot of like hopelessness and apathy and loss. That's a big energy sense that I've been feeling lately, is loss. What's interesting in tarot is with the death card, which is about things ending. It's like death and rebirth, right? So it's like a transition point, a huge transition point right now about taking what you've learned in your life and applying it as wisdom, and then you're gifted with more ascension. That time is now, guys. I mean, it's been like leading up, and it was really, really heavy this past week. And it's like grieving things that are no longer serving in your life anymore and that need to be released in order to build a more solid foundation going forward. Okay, so there's this like pull back, but also not getting sucked into those cycles, having the integrity to break free from that in order to build something more solid. That's wisdom, guys. That's ascension. Okay, that's growing as a human, in order to live a more happy and fulfilling life, right? It's like focusing on self-care during this time so that you can be a leader and shine bright for others. As I was driving back from my mom's the other day, there was someone on a street near her who had painted Black Lives Matter on the fence, which I thought was awesome. What's awful is a couple days later, someone came by and tagged out black, which was horrible and completely depressing. But it's like the next time I drove by, there was a group of people out in the community making the original sign even better, saying Black Lives Matter, like more colorful, like with flowers and bigger and bolder. And it was so symbolic of all the energies that I've been feeling in this transition stage, right? It's like there's a lot of anger and defensiveness and jealousy right now, and people trying to cut others down, but also just circumstances in your life trying to, pull you down. It's like, don't be defeated by that, guys. Like, come back stronger, shine brighter, so that you can be a leader and spread positivity in the world. In that scenario, over the past couple of weeks, or over the past week, for the couple times that I was driving, back and forth from my mom's house, is a perfect example of the energy shift right now and how important it is. Okay, it's a perfect analogy for the energy. And now that we're in Virgo season, that's representative of the Virgin, so it's like a fresh start. Like Virgo season is about like focusing on yourself, focusing on your health, your like both physically and mentally, your well-being. And that was like a perfect transition. That full moon that we just had a week ago was a perfect transition into this. And so that's why it was really important for me to rebalance before starting to do readings again. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I wanted to pull some cards today to just for some general advice from the divine. So I'm going to use about this transition, about the transitions during this time, and focusing that energy back into yourself so that you can shine brighter and spread positivity in the world. So I'm going to use Spirit Animal Oracle. There was also a song that I heard on the way home from work today, you guys, and the lyrics went something along the lines of, I'm learning to love myself so that I can love you better, right? And it was just also in line with that message and the energies right now. It's like, if you don't have self-love, you can't spread that into the world. You can't give that to others if your cup is empty. And things are being depleted right now energetically, you guys. It's just really heavy stuff in the world right now. A lot of things going on. So it's time to put that care back into yourself, so that it can spread. Okay, guys? All right, so let's see what Spirit has to say about that today. Clear out the frog spirit, clear out the clutter. All right, that's perfect, because that goes back with like not only your physical space, but also your mental health state, right? It's about a time of transitions, grieving the old so that it doesn't continue to come up and in unhealthy ways in the future. And then also time to be playful, sandpiper spirit. So that is also a way to combat these heavy energies, and also just kind of restore that within yourself, and it'll just lighten things around you so that it's not so heavy. Okay, these are perfect cards when I cut the deck right now. And also there's a lot of green here, and green represents healing. So it is like healing from endings, painful endings or situations that, you know, are no longer on your life path, or temporarily had to be ceased in order, so that something stronger can be rebuilt, like from a better foundation. It's grieving that, you guys. It's releasing that, healing from that. Okay, remember to be playful, clear out the clutter emotionally and physically in your environment. Super, super helpful already, these cards. It's amazing. Okay, let's see what else Spirit has to say. Sometimes life stinks. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Okay. I guarantee, I know the people in my collective have been going through it. Okay. I can feel it. And it's really hard. It stings. Okay. Those initial two cards will help you to heal and make it an easier transition, okay, into the next part of your journey. Crow spirit, co-create with spirit. This is amazing, okay? Sometimes it's difficult to accept what's being shown to us that's no longer serving us in our life anymore. We want to hang on to that because of our old cycles, because of attachment, because it's comfortable, okay? Even though it's not helpful to stay in those cycles, and it also stings to be able to move forward, to release that. That's what needs to be grieved. And this is in the recent past, okay? So this was really difficult this past week, all right? I was going through it with you guys. Just trust and know that the path that you're being shown and things that you're being shown that are no longer working for you in your life, there's a reason behind that, you guys. There's a reason. It's so that something better can be rebuilt, or so that you can move on to bigger and better things. okay? And that stings. So it's that kind of heartbreak is in the recent past, okay? The next step is trusting that spirit will guide you the proper path. It's trust and acceptance to move forward. This is perfect. And it's just like that sign I saw on the way to my mom's house. It was like that, like was really painful to see when someone crossed out, the word black on there. And then the next time I drove by, that group of people were co-creating together to make it even prettier than the original sign. This is perfect. That's what's happening right now, you guys. So yeah, it was some heavy stuff that happened this past week. And look at the bottom, butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. This is the death and rebirth card basically in this deck. I'm going to take it for the center of the reading because that's what's happening right now. Okay? That's huge. That this is the transition from releasing to trusting and accepting to move forward. This is completely the energy. And it's transforming those old cycles, those old belief patterns, okay? And growing as a person. I mean, I even just hanging out over the weekend with my family, I saw so many monarch butterflies this past weekend, and this card came to mind like 8 times this weekend. I'm like, transformation's happening. That's the way it is, guys. Okay? But it's time to put this energy in yourself for the transformation so that you can lead the way. Okay? My last reading was kind of like leading up to this energy, and it's like either just happened or it's here. Also, you guys, my readings, even though a lot of times they're based on the energy that I'm feeling at the moment, if there's a point in the future where you are drawn to watch this video, there's something in this video that is here for you. There's a message. There's a reason that you were guided to watch the video, okay? Because I have gone back and watched a couple of my videos from before, and there's something in there that resonated with me at the time I was watching it, and it was helpful. Okay, so even though I will put dates on these videos sometimes, they're not exactly like time-stamped per se. It could be like a few months down the road and you'll be watching this and there's a message for you here. I truly believe that, okay? Actually, all right. Rabbit spirit, now's a lucky time. Yeah, this is perfect. What I've been seeing in my mind is like winter freezing and spring coming back. And that's this. Okay? That's this. It's like it was like dark and cold, and now things are starting to open up again, and it's a time of transformation. Okay? It's time to use what you've gained from the lessons that have stung recently. All right? And trust and accept that they're a piece of your puzzle. Those lessons, those experiences are a piece of your puzzle. Also 6 and 4, 10, ending. Painful ending. This is in the recent past. This is exactly what I was talking about in my intro. And accepting and moving forward and using those lessons for transformation. This is like such an insane reading. And now is a lucky time. So rabbit spirit, like spring, right? So, and 4 and 9 is 13, which is the death and rebirth card in tarot. Transformation. For 11, unconditional love. Okay, for self. This is about self right now, guys. This is about your transformation. Because as within, so without. What you transform within yourself right now based on the lessons and experiences that have happened in your life, that's setting the stage. And if you utilize that and trust and accept and release in order to build something stronger, luck is on your side, no question. Okay, Spirit's trying to co-create with you. It's a piece of your puzzle. And you may not see the bigger picture right now, but in time, you will. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. Yeah, it's time to move forward, guys, so that stronger foundations can be built. Take time out. Brown Bear Spirit. Okay, Virgo is the Hermit card in tarot, and what do bears do? They hibernate. All right, and they come back in spring, and they're, yeah, this is so perfect. It's time to do the inner work, you guys. It's time to do the inner work based on the experiences, okay, that have recently happened in your life, the heavy stuff. Trust, accept, use that for transformation. It's a lucky time. It's time to go within. All right, put that energy back into yourself, so that when you do come out of hibernation, transformed like this beautiful butterfly, that you can be a leader. All right, stronger. You come back stronger. That's basically what I just went through this past week, but this is the collective energy right now, and it's, I know, like, I was feeling it too, but I could also feel it from you guys, the collective. Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. That's just perfect. Just, Virgo is all about, like, routine, and I'm not saying lose your creativity. I'm just saying take time to do the things that need to get done. Don't stress. Put that energy back into yourself. Kind of process what's happened in your life. Learn the lessons from it and use it to transform. Okay? That's your fuel. Your recent experiences that have stung from life, right? Use that as your fuel, and luck is on your side. But yeah, I take this as the Hermit card, since we're in Virgo season right now, and this is so in line with the energy. I mean, this is my intro perfectly. A lot of things have happened recently. Time to trust and accept and let go. Use that energy to put back into yourself. Luck is on your side. And put that energy back into yourself, so when you do come out of hibernation and doing all that inner work, things that maybe you have overlooked for some time, that have added up and didn't deal with, now it's time to tend to those small things that may have added up, guys. Also, there's 2 messages here, okay? So yeah, pretty crazy stuff. All right, so let me clarify these with some tarot. There's a cool deck that I just got. Let me use it. It's called the Weird Cat Tarot, and I got this deck because it reminds me of my daughter, because she really likes cats, and it's just kind of fun. So I feel like we can use some of that playful energy right now. Tower and Ace of Swords. Yeah, so as I was saying, tower moments, you'll hear me refer to them a lot in my readings. It's about a sudden crumbling of truth, of something that you thought in your mind, and you were shown that that's not the case. Okay, either you were mistaken about what you thought was truth, and this is good, guys, because this helps you not only get out of self-deception, right? But it also helps you to move forward once you do realize the truth. This is perfect. So Ace of Swords, like truth, clarity, standing in your power. There's things that, I mean, the Tower is like a complete crumbling away of what you thought, of something in your life, like either sudden unexpected news, a realization, an epiphany about something that crumbled your way of thinking. Okay, this is so, even just cutting the deck, you guys, it's crazy. And the Tower is painful, but it's also a chance to rebuild stronger. That's exactly what I was saying. Sometimes you have to be shown by force, right, with brute truth and clarity, if you're either self-deceiving or being deceived by another person, that that's not the case, and that needs to crumble away so that something stronger can be rebuilt, either with that person or with someone else, or this can be in terms of your own inner dialogue as well. All right, and that stings. It stings. but it's a good opportunity to rebuild. All right, Justice, yeah. All right, Ace of Wands, Two of Pentacles. So Ace of Wands is about a passionate new beginning. This is under the sometimes life stings card, the Wasp spirit. What I'm getting is that if you were trying to have a passionate new start for growth, either personally or in a relationship, that may have not been the case recently. There may have been something that happened that showed you that there's still work to do. There's still work to do. Okay. Co-create with spirit, Two of Pentacles. This is about juggling. Okay. This is about balance. So that's perfect. Co-creating with spirit. It's like there's two pentacles here that this cat is juggling in order to achieve balance. All right. It's also about making a decision. So again, if you were just shown something recently that completely changed your perspective, either you finding out something or realizing, having like an epiphany or realization about, you know, something in your life, and you're making a decision, the recommendation is to focus on you and to co-create with spirit. They're showing you these things for a reason, to show you what's not serving in your life as it is right now. What changes need to be made. They're messages, okay? They're messages. So that's perfect. And it also is a juggling act of balance, okay? When you're trying to listen to the messages that you're receiving and trying to understand what's being shown to you on your path, and how to get moving on this passionate new start. It's gonna be shown to you. You know, what way is a good way to go and what's not. And that doesn't mean that the easy way is always the good way. So it's kind of juggling the messages that you're getting with your intuition, okay? And making sure that that's not coming from a place of fear or ego. All right, Butterfly Spirit, let's confirm that here. Knight of Wands, yeah. So this is about being... Knight of Wands is about pursuing your passions with quick determination, which is amazing, okay? Because Butterfly Spirit's like coming out of the cocoon, right? Transformation. Sometimes the Knight of Wands can be non-committal. They can kind of be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's also what this card can represent. They kind of, you know, come and go as they please, and when they do come, they have a lot of passion, but they go just as quickly as they came. What they're saying is, with your transformation, you cannot be half committed, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You either have to do it, or you still have to tend to the small things and have some work to do. All right, because the king of the knight is, it goes page, knight, queen, king. The King of Wands is more like the dedicated, passionate leader. The Knight of Wands is still kind of like in and out. So I know that you guys are working on this passionate new start. Okay, it's sometimes hard to get off the ground. But you're being guided. Listen to the messages from Spirit. Try to regain balance. This is about balance also. Because what happens when you have a sudden tower moment in your life and that stings, you know, you have to, it crumbles in order to be rebuilt, and that requires rebalancing, but it happened for a reason, okay, so that you could have a realization about something. But yeah, be committed to your passions, okay? Don't be in and out, and that's what's going to help transform. That's what's going to help transform, okay? Justice keeps popping out. Yeah, I'm just going to show you guys. So justice, I feel like justice was served. Okay, there was something that happened, and I could feel it in the collective a lot, that showed you guys what, and myself too, okay, what still needs to be worked on internally and externally. Just a lot of clarity, okay, about things. 10 of Cups. Yeah, now is the lucky time in order to turn those lessons that you've recently experienced in your life and have been trying to regain balance. Now's a lucky time to move forward and with that transformation, and don't be wishy-washy about it, because that will bring complete emotional fulfillment. 10 of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment. Now is a lucky time. Get going on that, guys. That's the recommendation. Don't be half in, half out. All right? You don't want to be the Knight of Wands, you want to be the King of Wands. All right? Or the Queen, whatever. All right, Brown Bear Spirit. So take time out. 7 of Wands. This is about being defensive. All right, also about having boundaries. Not letting yourself feel backed into a corner. So the recommendation for now, in order to have a successful transformation, is to put that back into yourself. Okay, be defensive about this, you guys. If you're feeling depleted, if you're being challenged, okay, with that like fiery energy, anger, jealousy, rage from other people, whatever, irritability, take time out and just hibernate. Virgo season, the Hermit. That's what this is, okay? Also realizing things that maybe you are overly defensive about, and taking time to work on that. So there is definitely a balance. The Justice card, the 2 of Pentacles, balance, right? There is a balance to maintaining your healthy boundaries, but also not being defensive, like overly defensive, okay? And then 9 of Cups, yeah, tend to the small things. So what's interesting here is we have the 10 of Cups, which is usually complete emotional fulfillment with those that you love. It can be in a relationship or within your family, like your kids or your siblings, whatever, your family scenario, or within a romantic relationship. Now is a lucky time to set the foundation for that. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck was tend to the small things for that 9 of Cups energy, which is complete emotional fulfillment on your own. Complete emotional fulfillment on your own. So in line with my intro, as I was saying, if your cup is not full, it will not be able to spread into your relationships or into the world. Okay? This is so perfect. This is the focus right now. This is the focus right now. Virgo season, Hermit, Brown Bear Spirit, time to hibernate, to focus on the small things. Look at the work that still needs to be done from those Tower moments, and maybe you got sucked back into a cycle, whatever the case, okay? Or you were doing good about, healing your repetitive thought patterns or your negative self-talk, and then it came back. I'm telling you guys, it's dark energy right now, and that was even reflected in the air today from the smoke, from the fires. It got dark. It looked like nighttime by like 4 p.m. Darkness it's all around. It's represented like in the signs that I was talking about, like the Black Lives Matter sign, and how someone totally defiled it, but they came together and painted it to create it much more beautiful than even the original Black Lives Matter message, which was incredible. That's a perfect representation and analogy of this message. All right. But you were shown what you still need to work on. So tend to those things. Tend to those small things so that they don't add up and become overwhelming. Clear that clutter, remember? Clear that clutter. Okay? In order to have your own cup full, so that you can shine bright and be a leader, and it'll branch out into your relationships. That's the transformation right now that needs to happen, but it starts within yourself. Okay? Those song lyrics that I was saying, I'm learning how to love myself so that I can love you better. That's a perfect representation here of 9 of Cups energy to 10 of Cups energy. I'm learning how to love myself better so that I can love you better. Okay? Perfect. let me get a couple affirmator cards, just because I want to, I don't know, I feel like it's a good boost sometimes. I allow myself to be seen and heard. The world needs my truth. How perfect is that, you guys? It's like incredible. The mind is a beautiful teacher, but a dangerous master. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, do you guys see how these directly tie into the reading already? It's about yourself right now, but not getting so caught up in your head, okay? That it's blocking the transformation, because what happens when you try to transform but you're kind of wishy-washy about it? What's holding you back? What's holding you back? Indecisiveness, right? Imbalance, fear, ego. Okay, so it's time to push back past that. Don't let your mind control you, right? Don't let your mind control you, and the world needs your truth. It's like a time of revolution, okay? But it starts internally. It starts internally, and you shine the way for others, okay? I will help to build others up instead of tearing them down. That was in my intro. I was talking about how people are going to be trying to tear you down right now. 7 of Wands, feeling backed into a corner, defensive, being attacked, okay? It's not a time for that. It's not a time, I mean, it's going to happen. But take time out, away from that. Take a break from, if this is happening with people around you, it's time to have healthy boundaries with those people, okay? So that you can put that energy back into yourself and come back stronger. Don't let others tear you down. Right now it's about building up. Okay, that's perfectly represented by that's Black Lives Matter sign also. I have the inner strength to follow my own intuition. I'm just gonna stop right here, you guys, because that was already 4 messages. I barely even had to pull any. It's just so incredible, these messages. Okay, so yeah, co-create with spirit, okay? It feels like your passionate new start is getting blocked. I understand. Okay? I understand. Those painful endings, right? 6 and 10, or 6 and 4, 10, those painful endings. It's time to listen to the messages that are being shown to you in your life, the signs, all right? And making a decision to listen to your intuition about what it's telling you, not from a fear-based thought process, not from fear-based thought processes, not from being non-committal, that kind of thing. And it will, working on those things will help to put you in a state of being completely emotionally fulfilled on your own, so that it can branch out into the world. Okay? So that was the message that I've been ruminating on the past couple of days. And yeah, it's really heavy stuff right now, guys. So time to put that energy into yourself and shine brighter, okay? So really go within and try to figure out what that is. You're strong. You're strong. Okay? And really take a look at what's blocking your transformation. What are you still being wishy-washy about? Okay? Is it fear? Really be honest with yourself. Go within and look at what work still needs to be done. Okay? All right, you guys. I will talk to you next time. I hope you guys are all doing well.